to get now one. Hold on, I'm gonna get this sign here, Dad.
Did you know that most of the men in Europe was 18, and we didn't have any. We had maybe one or two men. We had one that was drafted, and how he ever landed, he was about 40. How he ever got in there, I don't know.
This is of the platoon you were in, huh?
Yeah.
And how old were you at the time?
I was 18, but there was a lot younger than me.
Young guy, huh?
And we all came from the same area, some of us. Out of the boot camp, like Goodrich. I was in boot camp with him.
My father was 23.
Yeah, well, he was
the youngest beach master.
Yeah, well, he was more than that. He was our platoon leader a long time before he became the beach master.
Where was that?
To all the training. Oh, we were separated into platoons, you know. And we took, hey, man, the training was unbelievable. But these kids were young, you know. But your father did a super. And the night I got hit, we landed, I was number 4 on the port ramp, and he was number 1 leading off the porch ramp. In the morning we went in, and I got hit, most of the guys get hit in the 6th, you know, on the Red Beach. I knew everybody too. I was one that got hit in the night when the German aircraft were coming over, and I was working on the beach in the dock there with one of the guys from CA, and when we seen the tracers coming up from the 20 millimeters and 40, we ran for the nearest foxhole where your father had the CP command post. So we jumped in the foxhole, and there was a guy from the 37 Combat Engineers who we were attached to Army, and he was screaming to get the goddamn hell out of our foxhole. So we jumped out and found a hole, and we went back down the beach. About 10 minutes later, there was another one coming in, you know, another thing. So this same guy, his name was Tony Lombardi, was CA kid. We ran for the hole, and we found a big hole that somebody had made, a big foxhole, and we jumped into it. And hi there! German made a path, and I could hear the stuff going by us, our foxhole.
This was on the first night?
No, this is the night of the 9th. Most of the wounded, we were working. So Lombardi, Tony, who's now dead, said we both couldn't face each other in that foxhole, so I turned around and I had German boots on. And I stuck him in his face, and he was yelling. And about that time, they made a pass, and you could hear it coming in. And I got hit with the German boots. And Lombardo didn't even know what the hell was going on. He jumped down the foxhole, and I screamed, I'm hit, I'm hit, I'm hit. And here comes your father running across. So he jumped in the hole in there, and then he laid down on top of me. And the next path, you could hear it, the machine gun straight, you know, right. You could hear it going by the fox, and all of them coming right by our ears in the foxhole. And your father he was big, we were small. I weighed about 136 pounds. We all did. And he jumped on me because there wasn't much room. And he's the one that took care of me. And finally found a medic for me.
You got hit where?
In the left leg, through the tibia and out the back of the muscle. And
so you were pretty well banged up.
Well, it was, you know, compound fracture. Yeah. But the thing is, your father got me a boat. It was in the dark. No, there was no attack boats on the beach, LCVPs, anything. So he seen one kid that was in there and he couldn't find his way, so he said to the kid,
Oh, sorry.
told the kid, he said, take him aboard and find a hospital ship out there. And he said, sir, I got to go back to my ship. And he said, I don't care where you go, take him to the first ship you can find there's medics on. So the kid said, okay, and they loaded me on the
Took you away, and then where did they take you from there?
Well, off the beach.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
You took one of the bigger boats?
On the LCV, that's your attack boat, your LCV, landing craft, vehicle personnel, with the infantry unit. So he takes me about, must have half a mile, and he found the ship. It was an LST, a landing ship tank. So we pull alongside, and as we pull alongside, they were firing at the aircraft after we come alongside. So the kid wanted to get rid of me. The clocks went on that thing. So they said they lowered a basket, wire basket, and they put it in the well, which is your tank, in the well deck of the attack boat, and they put me in there. And of course you lock in with that thing. But now when they start to haul me up, instead of head first, the two lines got me clear of the freeboard of the LCVP. Now I'm free, but one of them must have dropped. The one that's supposed to take by the head dropped it. Now I'm
upside down.
Upside down. And they're firing the 20s above me and the 40s.
Forgetting all about you down there.
Yeah. Well, they finally got
You're
me.
bleeding here.
Well, they took care of my medics did. They put a tourniquet on there. Oh, and they gave me my first shot of morphine. And so I wasn't feeling no pain when I got up.
But you're upside down, does.
The thing is, I finally got up there, and there was a chief pharmacist mate in the operating room with a couple of medical technicians. So he said, how you feeling? No casualty aboard except me. I'm the first one. So he said, I can't do much for you, soldier. I said, I'm not a soldier, I'm a sailor. Well, he said, what are you doing wearing that uniform? I said, this is what we wear, the combat fatigue. So he said, okay, you have had a shot in morphine, yeah, and he put the tag. There's not much I can do. So they put a splinter on the compound fracture to hold it. The next thing, I woke up on the tank deck. That's the well deck, where the tanks on an LST is, when they board the air, the well deck, the lowest deck.
What are you doing down there?
They said, you can't stay here, we're putting you down, and we're going to the beach. So I went back to the beach with the LST, and I woke up in the morning, and I looked around the LST. There's nobody in the LST well except me. And that thing's about 90 foot long. So they finally dropped the ramp. I said, what the hell are they dropping the ramp for? I figured I was going back to England. They were back on Easy Red.
Dropping you off?
They were going back in there to pick up wounded, I understand, later. And I was, this is crazy. And the next thing, your father came by.
He came on the board?
They had loaded the German wounded on the starboard side. And the infantry, some of the wounded from the 1st Division's 16th Infantry were on the port side, and the 29th Infantry, the blue and the gray, 116th. So there was all Army wounded. Next to me, I'm number one that was laying there all alone. Next thing I see all the wounded. Now they're bringing the Germans aboard the starboard side. So there was a lieutenant there, and he was a battlefield commissioner out of North Africa, and he said, how you doing? And he had been hit in the head, and it come out behind his ear, and he was a sergeant in North Africa. So he's talking, he said, what are they bringing look at they bringing the Krauts aboard here. He said, they're bringing a German wounded on here. I said, I don't know. I said, I can hear them across the tank deck on the starboard side of the tank deck. So he said, what are you doing here? What Army outfit were you with? I said, no, I'm with this Navy outfit. They're on the beach right in front of us. So your father came aboard.